Hey beautiful people, how you all doing? I believe you are doing great. So today I'll be teaching us how to cut a palazzo pant using the lace material and the doll face that you're seeing on the table. Okay, it's actually a palazzo pant that will have a short lining inside. Okay, and this is the material that I'll be making use of. Alright, so guys, if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if this is your first time of stopping by, please do well to subscribe to my channel, be part of the family. Okay, so this is the measurement that we'll be needing for it. The hip round is 42 inches, the waist round 33 inches, the trouser length 43 inches plus 2 inches folding allowance, then the tie round is 23 inches. Okay guys, I later decided to give the palazzo the foreign mouth that comes with the lace. Okay, though I never cutted out the 2 inches allowance that I added. That made it also beautiful. All right, I never cut it out. Okay, so I will go ahead and fold my material into two. I'll go ahead and fold it into two. We first of all cut the front pattern, okay, before we cut the back. So if you have been finding it difficult to cut a palazzo or a pant that fits perfectly well, especially if your side seam normally comes to the front part of your trouser, then this video is for you. Okay, follow my step, try it out and let me know what you think in the end. All right, this palazzo comes out really nice. Okay, so guys, this is me folding my material into two. Okay, and I'll try to lay it in a perfect manner, then we continue. So I used the biggest part of her body, which is her hip. Her hip is 42. I divided it by 4. Okay, I divided her hip by 4, and that gave me 10.5, then plus 1 inch allowance. Okay, that gave me 11.5. So determine it. That is the weight that you will use to fold your fabric. Okay, or you just fold freehand just like me. So this is me marking my starting line. So this is me marking my starting line. Okay, this is my starting line, or my waistline. Okay, so from there I will input 8 inches. That is her hip line, 8 inches. Okay, 8 inches. Then I will also mark 8 inches there. I also mark 8 inches, and I'll connect the lines together. This is my hip line. So the next line to put is the crotch depth, and how to get it: divide your hip round by 4. Okay, divide it by 4, whatever it gives you. Okay, you should mark it like that if it's a normal pant. Okay, do not add anything to it. I don't add to mine, and it normally comes out good, but because of the sake of this tutorial, she asked me to make hers a little bit of high waist, though she later decided to just leave it around her waist. It still comes out nice. So I added just 1 inch to her crotch measurement. Okay, remember her hip is 42. 42 divided by 4 gave me 10.5, then plus 1 inch gave me 11.5. So 11.5 is the crotch depth. Okay, so from there I will come down by 2 inches. That will serve as her tie line. Okay, come down by 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches from the crotch depth. All right, 2 inches. And I'll connect the lines together. That's the tie line. Okay, the next line to to input now is the length of the trouser. Okay, the length of the palazzo, which is 43 inches plus 2 inches. That will make it 45 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 45 inches. Determine the length of your own. Alright, you know your height, you know where you want yours to end. Okay, from your waist, take it, place your tape and take the length of your trouser length. Okay. So guys, this is what the length looks like. I'm just trying to let us see what it looks like there, though it didn't really display so much. So that is the length there. I believe you can see that mark there. So that is the length, right? That is my trouser length. Okay, so guys, let's proceed. The next thing to do now is to work on the hip line. So I'll just go ahead and divide her hip by 4 again. Okay, I'll go ahead and divide the hip by 4. That is her hip circumference or her hip round. Okay, I'll divide it by 4. Whatever it gives me, I'll add 1 inch sewing allowance to it. I'll add 1 inch sewing allowance to it. Then I'll mark it down. I'll mark it on the hip line, on the crotch depth, then on the waistline. I will not mark it on the thigh line. Okay, I did not mark it on the thigh line. I only marked it on the waistline, on the hip line, and on the crotch depth. Then I'll connect the lines together. Alright guys, this is it. This is how it looks like. So I marked it on the hip line, okay, on the crotch depth and on the waistline, okay, and I connected the lines together. So guys, the next thing to do now is to get our crotch extension, okay, for the front piece. Alright, so divide what you have there by 4. Okay, divided by 4. Whatever you get is what you will use to extend your crotch depth, or you make use of 2 inches. Okay, so for me, I'll be making use of 2 inches for my own, and I will mark it down. Now I will go up by 1 inch from that line, so I will go up by 1 inch. Right, then I'll curve it out. I'll curve my crotch. Okay, this is what my own looks like. Yours should be better than mine. Okay, alright, so guys, this is my crotch extension or my crotch extension, whichever one. So guys, the next thing to work on now is to measure from that folded edge to that crotch extension. Measure from the folded edge to the crotch extension. Then whatever you get, divide it by 2. We are trying to get our grease line. Okay, so I will just fold my tape to get the midpoint of this line. Alright, I will just fold my tape, and there is the midpoint. I believe you understand what I'm doing. Okay, pay attention to what I'm doing, that you understand. Now I will measure from that to the other side to see if it's equal. Okay, then it's okay. Then I'll take half of it, half of that line, and input it on the hip line. Okay, I will also input it on the waistline. Alright, I will connect the lines together. I measured from the center part of the crotch line to the crotch extension. I measured it. I divided whatever I got by 2. That will be the midpoint. Then I will divide what I have again. That is what I got by 2. That is the midpoint. Then half of it is what I marked on the hip line and on the waistline. So I will also mark it down. I will mark it down. Okay, I will mark that line down. I believe you understand what I'm doing. Okay, if you don't understand, let me know where you are getting confused on the comment section. Okay, let me know where you are confused in the comment section. I'll answer you. Okay, so this is me marking the length I want my lining to be, because this is not the lace which have a short lining, but I later realized that the line I marked is too long, so I'm now shortening it and I'm cancelling the first line I marked. Do not get confused. Okay, all right, this is my crotch line. I measured it and divided into 2. I got the midpoint. I also marked it, or half of it, on the hip line, on the waistline. All right, okay, so I'll mark it down. I will mark it down, but before I do that, I will input my knee line. I will still input my knee line, okay, so that I can mark it down. I want the palazzo to have a perfect fit on her body. All right, this is me marking half of the line. Okay, I'm marking half of the line. I'm marking half of the line. Okay, I just believe you guys understand what I'm doing here. I really need you guys to learn this. Okay, if you're finding it difficult or you don't understand any parts, let me know in the comment section. So guys, I will go ahead and connect the lines together to give a straight line that will serve as my grease line. Okay, I will later input my knee line. So guys, I'm just extending it down. I'm extending the line down. So this is my grease line. All right, see the down part, see what I have there. I hope you can see that clearly. See what I have? That's the grease line. That's the grease line, guys. So guys, I'm not making use of that line I marked. Please, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm not making use of it. This is the length of the lining I will be using, but not now. I'll need to teach us how to cut a palazzo before I continue with my short lining. Okay, so to work on the tie line is 23 inches. Okay, go ahead and divide yours. Her own is 23 inches. I will go ahead and divide 23 inches divided by 2. You should divide yours by 2. So her own is 23 inches divided by 2. Give me 11.5. Alright, 11.5. So I will go ahead and add 1 inch okay, 1 inch allowance or 2 inch allowance. Okay, but because this is palazzo, I'll be adding 2 inches allowance. Okay, and that gave me 13.5. okay, so it gave me 13.5. all right, so this 13.5, go ahead again to divide it by 2. Go ahead and divide it by 2. all right, that gave me 6.75. so I will be inputting 6.75 there and also the other side. I'm just trying to share it equally. Okay, I will put 6.75 and I will put 6.75 starting from that grease line. Okay, all right, guys, you can make use of 1 inch or 2 inches. Okay, for me here, I decided to make use of 1 inch. I don't want the palazzo to be too big on her. Okay, I want it to be so unique, like simple and nice. Alright, so her crotch, her lap or her thigh, okay, her thigh is 23 inches divided by 2 give me 11.5, then plus 1, okay, plus 1. Okay, I never added 2 inches. I won't be adding 2 inches. Okay, just add 1 unless you want it to be too big on you or too. Okay, so that gave me 12.5. Then that 12.5, I'll divide it again by 2. That gave me 6.5. Okay, so I'll be marking 6.5 all through that place. I will also mark 6.5 this side. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I wanted to add 2 inches, but I decided to make use of 1 inch. Okay, so do not get me wrong. What I did there is I got her lap, which is 23 inches. I divided it by 2. Okay, then I added 1 inch. Okay, that's same answer again. I divided it by 2. Okay, so what I'm inputting now is the knee measurement, which is 23 inches. From the waist to her knee is 23 inches. Okay, I just marked the 23 inches and I'll be connecting the lines together. I won't be making use of her knee round. Okay, I'm making use of the lap round or the thigh round. I will not be making use of her knee round. Okay, so I will also mark 6.5 there. I mark 6.5 and I'll mark 6.5 downwards. I hope you are not confused. If you are in any way, ask me a question, I will answer you. Alright, I'm marking 6.5 starting from the crease line all through. I'll mark this side and I'll mark the other side 6.5. Okay, 6.5 times 2 is 13 inches. Alright, so I'll connect the lines together. I also connect it on the other side together. Then the next thing to input now is the waist divided by 4. Our own is 8.5 plus 1 inch for that and 1 inch for joining allowance. That is 2 inches. Then I will connect it to the hip line using my curve ruler. I'll connect it to the hip line using my curve ruler. I'll connect it to the hip line like so. Alright. It's not a must that you use curve ruler there. Alright, you can use straight part of the ruler. It will still come out nice. So I'm just trying to blend the line properly. So now I will connect it down to join the other line to make that line there. See what I did? So that is it, guys. I believe this is well explanatory. If you don't understand anything there, ask me in the comment section and I will gladly answer to you. Okay, so to input the dart, I will be tightening the dart legs, that is that grease line we serve as our darts, by ½ inch on both sides. ½ inch on both sides. Then the length of the front dart is 5 inches. I will mark out the line out, then I will connect the dart to it. I'll connect it like so. I'll connect the lines like so. So guys, our front piece is ready. Our front piece is ready. So guys, this is it. This is basically it. Remember I said that this is short lining, but if you want to cut palazzo, this is how to cut it. This is how to cut. Just try this method first. Alright, try it out first, then let me know what you think. After you must have sewn yours, let me know how the outcome is. Okay, but I believe it will come out nice. Remember the allowance that you added is what you will use to join yours. Okay, do not join more than it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut the front piece, then we drop the back. So this is me cutting the front piece. I'm cutting through the lines that we marked. Okay, I'll just cut. Alright guys, this is the front piece and it's ready, sitting pretty. So this is it. This is basically how to cut the front piece. Okay, you should try this method. Okay, try it out, you won't be disappointed. So I'll just go ahead and notch the dart legs. I'll notch the dart legs just like you see me doing. So this is it guys. Remember, this is the lining. Okay, so to cut the back piece, I have already gone ahead to fold my fabric into two, and I placed the front pattern that we just cutted out earlier on top of it, leaving about 2.5 space at the top. Okay, so from that place I will come out at the waistline. Okay, I'll just arrange it properly. So at the waistline I will mark 2 inches. From that waistline I will mark 2 inches. Then over there I will also mark 2 inches. There too I will mark 2 inches. Then that crotch area, from that crotch area I will mark 2.5. 2.5. I'll mark 2.5. I'll mark 2 inches downwards. Starting from that tie line, I will mark 2 inches downwards. That is to serve the bolt very well, to give enough room for the bolt. Okay, so I'm marking 2 inches downward, except on the crotch line. Okay, the crotch line is 2 inches. It's 2.5, sorry, 2.5, not 2 inches. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and connect the lines together. And I'll curve my crotch line, my crotch extension. I'll curve it like so. Then I'll join into the rest of the lines. Then I'll join into the length of the palazzo. The length of the front and that of the back is the same thing. So I'll just go ahead and blend the line in. I'll blend it. I'll curve it properly. So guys, from that line too, I will mark a straight line to join the 2 inches I marked out. So coming to that 2 inches I marked out, I will also go up by 2 inches. Place your tape on top of the 2 inches you marked. I will mark 2 inches. I wasn't aware my camera wasn't capturing it. So I will just connect it upwards to join the 2 inches I marked up. I will also connect it downwards to meet the front waistline. Okay, that is basically it. So the next thing to do now is to measure the darts we have for the front. But before that, you should connect it downwards to the hip line. Okay, that's the line you just marked out. Connect it to the hip line. So guys, I'm just measuring to know where my dart will start. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and measure my dart for the front piece where it stopped. Okay, I will measure, then I'll transfer it to the back. That's 5 inches. Okay, so the length of the back dart is 6 inches. Okay, I'll give a straight line. Then I'll tighten the dart leg by 1/2 inch on both sides, just like we did in the front. I will connect it like so. And that is it, guys. The back piece is ready. The back piece is ready. It is ready, guys. So that is basically it. I'm just measuring to be certain that everything is okay. So the back waistline and that of the front is the same thing. It's the same thing for my own, only that I extended the back by 2 inches. Okay, because I don't want the butt to reveal while the person is sitting down. That is the essence of adding that 2 inches we added at the top of the trouser. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut the back piece out. That's the waistline. I added 2 inches upwards. Okay, from there I connected it down. Alright, I'm just explaining what I did. Okay guys, so I'll just go ahead and cut. Let me curve this place out very well. I'll just blend that line. It looks sharp, so I'll blend it. So guys, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. This is me cutting the back piece out. Okay, I'll also go ahead and cut out the back part of it. I did not add any allowance there. Okay, it is same with the front. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so the back piece is also ready. So this is how to cut your palazzo pants. Just give it a try first. Give it a try, you'll see the difference. This is how I cut mine always, and it's coming out nice. Alright, so guys, just try this method and let me know what you think. Try it out, come back and give me a testimony. Okay, so guys, this is it. This is basically how to cut a palazzo pant. This is how to cut a palazzo pant. So I'll just go ahead and transfer the pattern to the main fabric. So I've placed my lace on fold and I placed the front piece first. I want to cut the front piece. Okay, you can see the length is the same thing, even though I want to use the foreign mouth for it. I want it to be long, like to fit her perfectly well when she's wearing it. You will see the outcome at the end of the video. Okay, though I'll still be posting the sewing part of this video. The video is getting too long and watching a long video is so boring. Okay, so this is just for the cutting process. Okay, the next will be the sewing part. Okay, the next will be the sewing part, guys. So I'll just go ahead and cut. Okay, I'll just go ahead and cut the front piece just as seen. I will not add any allowance and I will not remove any. I'll just So guys, this is the back piece. The back piece is also ready. See, this is the back piece. We have two pieces also for the back. So the next thing I'll do now, so guys, the next thing to do now is to keep the main fabric aside and work on the lining. So what you're seeing there on the table now is the lining for both the front and the back piece. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and determine where I want the length to be, which we also marked earlier during our cutting. Okay, remember over there now, the first line I marked, I told you that I won't be using it. So from the crash extension, I came down by 5 inches. Okay, that will serve as the length of the lining. Okay, before I made it 6 inches, but I later decided to make it 5 inches. At least when I'm done folding it with half an inch, I will have up to 4.5 left. Okay, so that way the lining will not be too long. Okay, if it's too long, it won't be fine. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut. I'll go ahead and cut. Alright guys, so this is the lining. The lining is ready. So this one now, I'll keep it for the upper part, the upper piece of the two piece. Okay, I'll use this one to cut it. It will be enough for me. So guys, this is the final look of our lining. Alright, that is for the back. This one I'm holding now is for the back, another one is for the front. Alright, that's basically it. So guys, let's see the outcome. The next video will be on how to sew it. So guys, this is the outcome when she was wearing it. I hope you find it helpful. If you find the video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Okay, let me know if you need the sewing part of this, and I will upload it. Until we meet again in my next video. Bye.